Do 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 do. Hi everyone, welcome back to the Big Bad Bench. My name is John, aka Big Bad Biologist, and there's stuff happening on the screen behind me. And if we turn the volume up, we can crank it. And if we look at the Big Bad Bench, you can see this is my single board 486 with my external ISA and the PicoGUS, and it's all working. I fixed it this morning before stream. Oh, what a terrible thing to do, but before you're going to stream. So let me shut this off real quick because we are going to try to fix it some more. I fixed it, stream over. Yeah, how many times have we done that? Sort of once. So here's the thing. Let me pull this apart. In the past, so this is right here, an ESS audio drive, and this thing worked great with my external ISA 486 mess. But the PicoGUS would not, and I wanted to show you what it did, but you can go back and look at an old stream. It basically still did the same thing up until this morning. It would initialize fine when you're going through the startup process, but when you went to actually use a program, if you went to try to run Doom, it would lock up. If you went to try to run a mod, it would say out of memory error. And so, the Cthulhu Gus. What we did later was we used a real backplane kind of thing. And the PicoGUS worked fine on that. So that narrowed the issue down to my external ISA mess. And so what I started doing was, you can see here, we got a lot of extra wires. And so what I started doing was eliminating all of the wires that we didn't need. And then the other thing that I started doing was cleaning up the wires a little bit. And so these are all enameled wires. They're not going to physically short out against each other unless, we're touching up here. So if you look down here, you can see I've cleaned all of these up. So I've eliminated a lot of the wires that the PicoGUS doesn't use. I went through on the PicoGUS and figured out which ones it doesn't need. There's some on the back that it doesn't need. There's some on the front that it doesn't need. And I got rid of all those. And then I started cleaning these up. And when I finished cleaning up, if we look at the wiring diagram of an ISA slot, basically by the time I cleaned up all the data lines, it started working again. The address lines are still kind of a mess, so I'd like to clean up a few more of those today on stream. And then the other thing I'd like to do is add some capacitors. If you look at the real one, actually I took these off to figure out what the values were. There's some capacitors that they space out along here. So I just want to add some capacitors to the 5 volt and 12 volt lines and see if that, helps stabilize it. I can play mods all day, but it will lock up on Doom every once in a while. So we've sort of fixed it, but it's not perfect yet. All right, let me say hi to folks in the chat while you stare at this mess. We got Dave Vintage Apple Tech, who's not actually here, but I appreciate you stopping by and saying hi, Dave. We got Trina's Techno Babble. We got Mac84. Mac84, you got to go back and check out Thursday's stream. Oh man, that was an emotional roller coaster. What a great stream that was. Well, I mean, in my opinion, I don't think many of my streams are very good, but that one was a good stream. Asmodeus Devil Duke, hello. Ian Scott himself is here. Ron's computer videos, yay! I don't have to give Ron a refund. The PicoGUS better work, or I want a refund. Yes, yeah, I don't have to give you a refund. Gutbomb is here. Bacchus is here. Who else is here? John Little is here. Socket Wench is here. Hello. And Gutbomb is asking me where R102 is on the LC575. I don't remember off the top of my head. What do you, what the heck, man? So yeah, everybody, if you haven't, if you want to see some Mac stuff, go back and check out Thursday's stream. That was so much fun. I'm still jittery about that because we found something very cool in a very disgusting Macintosh. All right, what are we doing? I forgot. Oh right, we're gonna clean some of these wires up. So if we look here, you can see how the ones here are nice and far apart from each other basically, and these ones are all still on top of each other. So let's do a little bit of cleanup on these. I will try to make this a little bit more observable for you. That's part of the reason I started doing this earlier today, is that it's just really hard to show you what I'm working on when I'm doing this. So anyway, let's get started. Oh man, so yeah, all these wires, these all got eliminated. So basically now the only thing I can use in this system is a PicoGUS, but it doesn't matter because what we really want to do is use the PicoGUS and the CD emulation. So we're going to play with that CD emulation today because I have not had a chance to do that yet. And hopefully it's super easy because as we all know, I might be okay with hardware stuff, but I'm kind of an idiot when it comes to software stuff. So hopefully it won't be too hard. But luckily, Ian Scott's here, and maybe he can tell me what an idiot I am. All right, so we just trimmed a little bit off of this guy. And what I'm gonna do is pull him out. It's kind of wiggly. We're gonna burn off the enamel. Hello, Chaotic Systems. So it was interesting, and I don't know if Ian remembers. So this issue has existed for a long time. I was not able to figure it out. So like back when I first built this system, I took it to VCF East, and we just used the ESS audio drive in it. But Ian was at VCF East, and this was VCF East 2024. What are the years? Yeah, 2024. And I was showing him the issue. And one of the things we saw is that, there we go, that's a little cleaner. Okay, we're gonna do the same thing with this guy. We're gonna work down a little bit here. Trina's telling me I'm a total idiot. Yes, we know. I thank you. I know why you're saying that. It's fine. So when you first initialize the PicoGUS in the startup, you know, you give it a I/O address. Normally it's 240, and it sort of comes back at you and says, "Yep, PicoGUS initialized at 240." And when it would spit that number back out, sometimes it would just give you a random number. And so that's one of the hints that was telling me, like, it's seeing it, but it's like, there's got to be some noise or something. And obviously, there we go. Don't short that out. So many red wires. Yes, Garth, hello. This process is kind of tedious, and that's why I wanted to get it started before the stream. But I had no idea that I'd actually, like, fix it before the stream. Maybe we'll break it again. Who knows? getting the enamel wire or the enamel off of the wire can be kind of a pain in the butt. Because it like burns and it makes the solder kind of nasty, so that's why I always use a little too much solder and then come on. Okay, that's good. We'll just slide our. And you can see here what I did when I built this is I basically insulated around the port on every other pin just to try to keep them separated a little bit down here. That one, now we're on this one. So many little red wires. Yeah, so this was the other thing. After I made this stupid thing, Ian's like, well, you know, that thing's just the ISA slot in an easier to use format. It's like, don't. See how nasty this solder gets real quick when you're melting your enamel in there. Good job finding R102. If this were an LC575 stream, I could help you with that, but I have a very weak brain. I don't know if I've told you this, Gupom, but my brain doesn't work so good. I can only handle like doing a couple things at a time. Uh-oh. They're not that the pattern's messed up. Oh jeez. Oh jeez, the pattern's messed up. It's okay. Yeah, see how like this one was all over the place. This, we gotta clean that up. That's a mess. You need to be way shorter. Way shorter. I don't know, maybe shortening the lines helped some of it too, although I've only shortened half of them. And only by, you know, that much. That's true, Bacchus. See, somebody gets me. What's the point of using, or what's the fun in already established standards and connectors? Yes. See all this nasty stuff? That's what you don't want to breathe in. If I can show you that. See how that turns yellow real quick? Ugh, that's nasty. Solder on the pads. Yeah, there's already solder on all the pads. These have all been soldered on already. I'm just shrinking the pre-existing wires. Come on. Okay. So you can see how this is already a lot cleaner than like this mess. So this will be cleaned up quite a lot. Let's just do 2 more of these, and I think that'll, ow, you shouldn't touch it when it's still hot. What the heck, bro? I think that'll get us most of the way there. So yeah, when I started cleaning these up, I started getting that address, like if you set it to 240, instead of giving me random stuff back, it was like, oh yeah, I'm at 240, but it would still lock up. Burn it, burn it, burn it. And these are relatively, I forget what gauge they are, but they're pretty, oops. Oh, and I just flung solder everywhere. That's gonna short everything out. What gauge is this? This is 24 gauge. Let's get rid of some. We need some good solder already. Yeah, it's the enamel coating that's like screwing up the solder. So you gotta use a lot and then get it off. If I had a bigger iron, it would burn off a little bit easier. There we go. But I currently do not have a bigger iron. Okay, get that one off. This one's like twisted around stuff. Okay, that's good. Yeah, so sometimes what I do when I have like a whole lot of these, I'll just take like a razor blade and, let's see. Oh, dropped it on the floor. Come on, give me a clean end. So I'll just take my knife and just do a little scratch on, oh, you can't see that. Just do a little scratch on one side. And that helps burn it off a little bit easier. But I don't want to be ganking on this thing real hard since I have all of these. Most of the solder joints are pretty strong, but you never know. There might be a weak one somewhere in here. So we just got to take a little bit more time, wait for it to burn off totally. Yeah, you could use a little sandpaper. Okay, there we go. All right, that's cleaned up a lot compared to where we were a little while ago. I might do a few more of those later. Oh yeah, let's throw some caps on this guy. So we want it to be up here, and the voltage is on this side. Pin 1 is a ground, so we're gonna have to slide up that insulation. We'll go use that insulation down around the other side. There you go. There we go. It doesn't hurt to have it there. So this one, pin 1 is a ground. Pin 2 is something else, but I don't think oh, PicoGUS does use it, yeah. Hello, Rodville. The Cthulhu Gus. So this is an external ISA bus that I made that the PicoGUS was not very happy with. And so I'm just cleaning up that external ISA. I'm going to only use red caps on this because, you know, you got to make sure to only use red caps when you're working with this red thing. Let's slide. We're going to need pin 3 here. So this is the back side, pin 3. So we're adding caps to this as well, just to hopefully clean up the voltage a little bit, maybe. I'm going to just reuse this heat shrink tubing to insulate this guy. There we go. All right, this is going to be kind of fiddly. So what I'm hoping to do is kind of use the capacitor as like a twist tie. Go around the legs and help secure it. PicoGUS only used the 5-volt rail itself. That's what I was thinking, but I did see there is a connection to the 12 and negative 12. Oh, for the wavetable. Okay, gotcha. I don't know. Do you think if I... Sorry that I'm not going to be able to show you this very clearly. This is kind of tight in here. Alright, I think what I'm going to do is put that on the inside of each. And let's get... purple Sanyo caps. That would totally kill off. I mean, my case is red as well. I don't know if you can see that right now. We got a red theme going on. We got the PicoGUS. We got the red barn board computer. We got our red enameled wire. Okay, all right, now I have an idea. What if we make a little loop? This is so not janky. Where's Ellen Grassi today to make a comment about my jankiness? Some people are just jealous. Jealous of the jank. Oh yeah. Oh, this is great. Am I even in field? In frame, sorry. Yeah, that's tricky. This is not working as easily as I thought it would. But we're making process. We're making process. Progress. There is no process to what we're doing. We're just doing stuff. Okay. Look at that. That is how a professional would do it. Oh yeah. That's quality American workmanship, I tell you that. All right, so we're gonna stick to only the 5-volt caps for today, since we're not putting a wavetable on. Let's see, where's the other 5-volt cap, or the other 5-volt line is all the way down here. So pin 31 is ground, and 2 away is the positive. So then of course they are insulated. So I've got to slide up that insulation, slide up that insulation. I was very efficient with my insulation there. Quality. There we go. Just reusing our insulation. It's not doing anything wrong. Okay. There's that. All right, did I put these on the right way? Yeah, okay. John Little says, after this class today, we'll all be ready to work with those new Apple jobs. Yeah. All right, let's see. What are we doing here? The last one is ground. Okay, so we got to twist this one. We'll twist this one up this direction. We'll twist this one up this direction. Maybe this will work a little better. Yeah, no, that's gonna work great. I just gotta do a little more twisting. Oh, luckily the pins around this are not used, so that makes it a little bit easier for us. Be nice if it wasn't on the inside. I think that's hurting us a little bit. Oh, come on, come on. There we go. And the electrical engineers are going to look at this and be like, oh, that guy knows what he's doing. Oh, yeah. Oh, the shiny solder joints. So much better. That's great. This is good stuff. This is real good stuff. There we go. That's gonna fix everything. All right, let's see if we screwed anything up here. Plug you in. Plug you in. Three, two, one. It always needs extra electrons. Extra electrons are good stuff. Let's see, did I make sure to put them on the right? Yeah, they're connected to the right things. The minus is the minus. I think one of the issues with this system is I have 32 megs of RAM, which is really too much for a gaming rig. I should turn that, change that to 8 or 16. Fan spin, yeah. When you hear fan spin, you know that's got to be good, right? The high mem test count takes a while. All right. 240, PicoGUS initialized, CD demos, XTC-play, and there we go. It's working. So we didn't break anything worse. I think this is one of Ian's favorite songs, if I remember right, Starshine. Sounds so good on the PicoGUS. So let's see what happens. We'll get out of here. Let's do CD /CD doom and go to setup. I think I should still, yeah, we're all set up for Gravis. This takes a little while on this computer. Got some music. Got our sound. See, Doom locks up. I still don't know what's up with that. I blame it on my wires. But regardless, I think what we're going to do, let's try the new mode. Okay, so I have the software on here. I haven't tried setting it up yet. So here's the part where people are going to tell me what an idiot I am because I don't understand how to do software issues. Oh, Ian says Doom locking it up might be the PicoGUS's fault depending on the chipset. That's interesting. All right, so what we need to do, this is a weird chipset. It's an ALI chipset. I think it is PCI based, which is also not ideal, I think, but all right, so what we want to do, if we do a dir/w, all right, so before we had the folder called PicoGUS. I just added this one today, PGV31. So we're going to edit. I don't think there's anything in the config.sys for this, right? This is all in the autoexec.bat, if I remember correctly. Edit autoexec.bat. No, not the BNAT, the bat. Okay, so let's rem this out. We're not using the ESS anymore. May as well get that out of there so it doesn't look. We can get rid of, rem that out for now. Rem that out for now. So then what we need to do is set, let's caps this, set blaster equal a, oh no, set blaster, yeah, equal a 220 I5 D1 T3. Okay, and then in PicoGUS init, we're changing this PGV3 1. Oh, no. No. PGV3 1. Make a caps just to make it like that. And then mode SB. Okay. Oh, did I say 8? See, I can't even type right. There. A220. Mode equal SB, or slash mode SB. I think that's all we need to do. Okay. Save. Let's restart. Oh. Okay. Okay, we didn't do it right. We didn't do it right. CD PGV31 dir. We should have the UF. Oh, my UF2. Oh. PicoGUS init. Let's see, what do we gotta do here? Oh man. I forget the flash thing on how to do the how to update the software, update the firmware. I forgot to do the firmware. Let's see. Ah, there we go. Okay. Flash. It's like someone is designing this for stupids. Like even me. PicoGUS.uf2. There we go. Probably should have done this directly, since we have a wonky ISA bus. Error. Card has written last firmware byte, but is not done. Maybe we should flash it the old school way. With a USB cable. Let's go back to here. Let's shut this off. Let's pull this out and find a USB cable. And oop. We should be able to do this, right? Hold button down. Plug in. Yep, we got our little blong, and I'm just going to copy that UF2 file. Copying in process. There we go. Okay, let's try this now. Probably not the best idea to flash on a wonky ISA bus, but we do what we do here. I do have another PicoGUS that I bought from Ian back at VCF Beast this year. Signed it officially, look at that. And he drew his octopus on there. Made a little defect in the card. Looked like the octopus mouth butt. So if we destroy it, we have a backup. Let's go back to here. All right, rebooting to firmware Sound Blaster. Let's go to CD demos, XTC-play. Let's try that. Oops. Sounds a little noisy. That's interesting. Okay. So this is expected. All right. So that's a good first start. Now what we need to do is go back there, edit our config.sys. And this is where Ian was saying, get rid of that. It's better to do the type before this, so that when you go and try to initialize the CD drive, that it knows that if the card's in PicoGUS mode, it will not be able to emulate the CD drive. So we need to be in Sound Blaster mode in order to do the CD emulation. So we're going device equals let's see, C:\/ CD-ROM derv / CDMKE .sys / P:250 / Q. Okay. CDMKE.sys / P:250 / Q. So that should be it. File save, file exit, and now let's edit our auto exec.bat. And let's see, do I have one up here? No, we only have one there. MSCDEX. And then we need /D MSCD000. Okay, so I should have a bunch of ISOs that I backed up this morning from original CDs onto this USB drive. And let's reboot this thing. Let's see what happens. Do I need to install Sound Blaster drivers in order to get Doom to work? Yeah, it sees it. Sees it as drive D. Okay, D:. Dir. All right, so this is the wrong ISO. So I have multiple. This is for Connectix QuickCam. That was just an ISO that I had, so I put that on there. So supposedly, all we need to do, let's see if this works. Let's go back to C: here real quick. All right. Pop that off. And then pop that back in. Theoretically, it should know that it's a new drive. Oh, it did it. It did it. Let's go back to here. Look at that. We changed. We're now in the Descent 2 CD. This is so cool. This is so cool. All right. Yes. All right. Let's go. Let's do the install. So there you go, people. Look at how easy it is to set this up. Like, I'm an idiot when it comes to software stuff, but even I was able to follow Ian's instructions. Wow, your system dropped 50% of the total movie. Low resolution movies are recommended. Okay, whatever. I don't care about the movies. Let's see. Let's go to medium size. Movies, cutscenes will remain on the CD. We'll do the medium. Yeah, we got space for that. So the Mac SE from Thursday's stream, I've had it sitting basically outside ever since Thursday. I disassembled it this morning and plopped it in the Retro Bright. Or, well, I cleaned it a little bit first, then I plopped it in the Retro Bright. So that is the only system. We've disassembled a lot of really disgusting systems here. That is the only system that I've actually felt the need to disassemble outside. That thing was absolutely disgusting smelling. So hopefully we'll get that cleaned up. Doing our install. How cool is this? Yes, I washed it before putting it in the Retro Bright tank. I didn't want it contaminating my Retro Bright tank. Did you do a Pico init save? I did not do a Pico init save, but the previous time I had booted it, I booted it into Sound Blaster mode. So that should have saved it, right? Because it just initiated the CD-ROM fine. This is a new can. This is not the same can that was next to the P computer. I don't even know what kind of P it was. Oh, okay. So I should do the save if we power it off. Okay, gotcha. What time is it getting to be? It's almost 1. All right, so for anyone that's joined late, 34 people. Hello, 34 people. If you wouldn't mind hitting like, that would be swell. So just a reminder while this thing's loading what we did here today. Let's get these guys out of the way. Basically, this thing, the PicoGUS did not like this janky 486 single board setup. So what I did was I got rid of a lot of the enameled wires that we didn't need. I cleaned up some of the enameled wires so that they were shorter, and our PicoGUS started working fine. And so, yeah, originally the PicoGUS worked fine as long as I used a real connector, but interestingly, this ESS audio drive, it didn't care. It liked my external ISA, and this is a fine card, but the CD-ROM emulation is perfect for this little wood machine because we're not going to have a real CD-ROM in there. So yeah, this is an amazing use case for this. It's a use case, my wood case. I don't want to touch anything really right now, so let's just let that sit. Yeah. Let's go back to here. We're almost done. Let's set up our sound and music. Can we auto detect? Sound Blaster. Yes.
0, 0, 0.
That's excellent. Test music card. Look at that. Look at that. We got music. Done sound and music. All right. Let's go to I forget what the game is. D2. Register later. I should also mention that this is currently not running at its full speed. I have it clocked at 100 megahertz instead of 133. Are we doing a thing or do we lock? Are we doing a thing? Oh, did we lock? I don't see any hard drive activity. I don't see any CD-ROM activity. We might have locked. Oh. Jerk. Oh well. Oh well. I'm sure there's some tweaking that I need to do that I did not do correctly on this machine. Let's see, normally Alt Control Delete takes a little while. Yeah, actually, I don't even know if Descent 2 works on this machine. Actually, I did test the demo of it before and it worked fine, but not the full version, I think. Oh, we lost it. Yeah, that was pretty hard locked. Don't worry, I blame myself. I blame no one but myself. This is such a edge case computer. Lots of weird bits for such a small computer. Let's see, is it gonna remember our settings? Oh, you're correct. It did not do it. So let's see. We got to get changed to CD PGV31 dir, and we got to do PicoGUS init, and we got to say, what do we got to say? Yeah, add some ferrite beads to every every one of these should get a ferrite bead. That would be fun. Save. Okay, so let's shut it off. And now when we reboot this, it should be in Sound Blaster mode. And it should see the CD drive on boot. There we go. Now we got it. All right, let's try Doom. Select music card, Sound Blaster. What did we do? 220? Is that what we did? Yeah. Sound Blaster 220. Our IRQ was 5. Our DMA was 1. Okay. Fire, yes, yes. Do I have the mouse plugged in? Yeah, I do. Uh-oh. It might still not be happy. Oh, no. Ah, what did I do? What did I do? Let's see. Let's go back and make sure that the whatchamacallit's still working. So close, people. This thing wants to go. It wants to live. It wants to be in this silly red box. One thing we should do before we finish today is actually plug this into the real backplane. Okay. CD demos, XTC-play. Yeah. Okay. All right, so let's shut this down. Let's go back to here. And let's make sure that my silliness is still, even though it's working-ish, set you aside. We'll switch to the real backplane. Oh shoot, I took the caps out of this thing. All right, let's put the 5-volt cap in. We don't really need the other one. One moment, please. This will just take a second. Of course, we'll solder this directly over the PicoGUS. Okay. There we go. All right. Put this under here. Oh, I got wires everywhere. All manner of wires. I can't put the PicoGUS on top using this thing. I need some kind of spacer. There we go. Let's zoom out a little bit. Might be worth it to get some little ferrite beads. Put them on all the address and data lines. Okay. What did I want to do? All right, CD demos. Let's try this first. That sounds exactly the same. Okay. Let's go CD / CD doom. Let's do setup. Wait a second. Did I do the yeah, it should be 220 for both, right? We won't do it that way. We'll start it up this way. Oh, okay. Well, so it's not my ISA bus. Yay, it's not my ISA bus. It probably has to do with the wonky 486. Let's shut that. It's not your fault. It's not your fault, Ian. I'm blaming this one on this machine. This wonky ALI chipset. Let's go into the BIOS. Let's go into the BIOS. Let's see if there's anything in the BIOS. Like, can we slow down our AT bus clock? Slow down our timings. Let's try that. Let me get rid of these while I'm in here. I'm not using that. Let's slow everything down. So what's our clock? 33 divided by 5 is what? I can't do math. Let's see. 33 divided by 5. 6.6. Yeah, let's try that. This 486 is just too fast. Okay, CD demos, XTC-play. Oh, wow. That slowed it down too much. That's funny. We lowered the RAM speed and stuff as well, but man, that's taking a poop. That's interesting. Let's go to see. Nope, we done locked up. How about that shiz? Or high techs. Yes, this is a 486 single board computer. Well, that's a shame. That's really a shame. It was sort of kind of working in ultrasound mode. Yeah, that's locked. Wow. Oh, wow. We broke it. Dang. Technically it's running as a 100, yeah. Let's go back to here. Let's shut this off. So this is a Kingston turbo chip. So I'm gonna fart around with this some more in another system, a regular 486 system. Gonna do some more testing, but we got a lot of stuff that was working today. Way more stuff that was working than previously. So I'm feeling good about this. So let me show this computer off. Yeah, with the ALI chipset mess. So here's this guy. This is my external ISA bus that I made previously. It's basically working the same as a real ISA bus right now, so that's something cool. And this all fits down in here. So this is my wood barn board case that I made in glass. We cut the glass. I cut glass for the first time ever on stream. That was fun. Oh yeah, I got to take the RAM out to put that in. So this is my little structure. I have a magnet that holds this in, but the magnet came unglued from the glass, so that's why that's currently disconnected. Oh. Our processor's hitting the board. Oh. Why won't you play nice today? Come on and play nice. There we go. Whoa. Oh, we put caps in it today. Gotta make sure the caps fit. So that all slides right down in there. This has a little Meanwell power supply. Gonna have to tweak that. That's gonna touch if we try to use it. Oh no, that'll clear now. So that all goes like that. The idea is that you can see the computer inside there. We got some external ISA bus. So yeah, it's a fun little system. I think we'll be able to get it working eventually. I'm not too concerned. Yeah, normally we wouldn't have the blue tape kind of detracting from this, there would be there's a magnet here that gets glued to the back of the glass. That fits up in there. So yeah, that's this little guy. I think we're gonna get this working. I feel more gooder about this than I did earlier this week. So I think it'll be fine. I'm not too worried about these lockups. These things can always be a little buggy. So especially when we're dealing with like weird chipsets at the end of the 486 era. But this worked. We got the CD emulation working. We installed Doom 2. We didn't get to play Doom 2, but you know, whatever. It's all good. So yeah, that goes there like that. So yeah, but wouldn't this look nice with a PicoGUS in there? Seeing our PicoGUS poking out with our red barn board. Okay, I think we're gonna call it because I need to get out of here. I have to go to a wedding this afternoon. Formal events, and have to socialize with real humans. So I want to thank you all for hanging out with me today. I appreciate you supporting me during this silliness, as always. So yeah, I'll talk to y'all next week. I don't know what we're gonna do next week, but we'll probably do something, and it probably won't be quite this janky. I don't know. We'll see. Oh, I might be getting a present in the mail from Rudy. So if I do, then we're gonna be doing an SE30 stream. So yeah, have a good one, y'all. Have a great week. Oh shoot, I need to do a bonus stream this week. I got my stuff in to repair that $5 1660 Super. So I will do a bonus stream at some point this week. So check out for like a Tuesday or Wednesday afternoon, where we will try to repair a $5 1660 Super. Yeah, okay, that's it. Bye, y'all. Have a good one. And as we say here at the Big Bad Bench, if you're a Trumper, go F yourself.